Salutations, everyone. This is the butterfly. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Now, before I go on, welcome to my new subscribers. Hello to my subscribers in India. Hello to my subscribers in the United Kingdom. And last but not least, hello to my subscribers in the good old US of A. Next time I'm going to use salutations to you all. Okay? Just salutations to all my subscribers, wherever you may be. I may shout you out, but I'm getting used to doing that. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave the butterfly a comment so that I know that you are here. Okay, I just love to read the comments, okay, and interact with my subscribers. Okay. With that being said, I know I was not supposed to be on here today because y'all know I am getting ready for my trip with my honey bunny to Texas. Okay. But as I was like, washing out my banana hair mask, just in the shower, kicking it, chilling, minding my business. A thought came in my head. I'm like, what is this now? But spirit is like, this is what you guys need to hear this, you know? So here I am, letting you guys hear it before something else comes in and takes precedent. Okay, let me get right to it. Okay, and I even made a few notes so I could stay on point and get the message out to spirit satisfaction. I almost went deep and wide. You know how Scorpios do. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this real structured, you know what I'm saying, and try to keep it like a synapses, and hope that my wisdom uh helps you, you know, assists you in your journey. Okay. Um, there's a saying, an old saying, like you teach, you give people fish sandwiches, they'll only eat for a day, but you teach them to fish and they will eat for the rest of their lives. So I'm here to teach people how to fish, not to give out fish sandwiches. Okay. With that being said, I want to tell you what spirit dropped down in my heart, and the word was accountability. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. She about to start giving us the riot act. No, 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 no. Spirit wanted me to tell you guys, to acknowledge yourself for taking accountability for your actions. Okay, like a lot of times we, uh, like myself. I'm gonna use myself as an example. Like the other day, when I was telling you guys that I fell off the spiritual horse, just like, oh no, I was really down on myself, but I did get back up. I made amends, you know what I'm saying? And I did not acknowledge that part, of my accountability. A lot of times we, get down on ourselves and don't recognize the work that we are doing to make amends. So I just wanted to come on here and remind you guys to congratulate yourself. Okay, if you take an accountability for your actions, okay, spirit is just loving it. All right, it is, it is like, it is the path to harmony. Okay, so I took the liberty of putting down 4 steps, well, writing down the 4 steps of accountability. Okay, in addition to that, the 5 C's of accountability. Okay, but before I just made a little note. Uh, before I wrote down the definition. Okay, so let me jump right in. Accountability, the fact or condition of being responsible. Okay, and my notes, my intuition was to highlight, to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your growth, and your self-awareness, okay, that you have demonstrated by taking accountability for your actions, okay, and celebrate yourself, celebrate your growth, because it is not easy, okay, because these are the 4 steps to accountability. Number 1, mustering the courage to see it, okay. A lot of people don't want to admit that they're wrong. Even when they know they're wrong, they don't want to admit that they're wrong, you know. So it takes courage to admit that you were wrong about something. Okay. So acknowledge that you were brave, you know, and facing up to something that is really not easy. Okay. Finding the heart to own it. Okay. Yeah, you might know it, you the courage of seeing it, like facing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it causes feelings, it causes, uncomfortable feelings. It may cause like I was feeling really disappointed with myself. You know what I'm saying? I really like I let the, just falling off the wagon. I really just like sunk me low. Like I just was like, all of that work you did, I felt almost as if I threw it out the window. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't so. That wasn't so because immediately, I apologized. I apologize. And I even went a step further, to express that, like, I don't even know, what came over me. It was just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you find the heart to own it. You know what I'm saying? Because, as I said yesterday in my life, no one is perfect. No one. And if you strive for perfection, you will never be happy. You know what I'm saying? We're to enjoy this life. We're to enjoy, being here on this plane. We we're we're on a journey to self-discovery, and you never know if you're doing anything right until you do some shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're doing something right. I hope that makes sense. You know, okay. And the third one is obtaining the wisdom to solve it. Okay. So now you've gotten the courage to face it like, okay, yes, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You've taken it to heart now. You've owned it. You know, now you gotta find the wisdom to how are you gonna fix it. How are you going to fix it? So you contemplate ways to fix it. You know, And the last step is exercising the means to do it. Okay. It's like you got to go about trying to mend the fence. The fence is not going to mend itself. You broke the fence. Okay. Now you finally owned it. Okay. You feel bad about it. You have remorse. You know what I'm saying? So now you want to find out, you have sat with yourself, your higher self and your spiritual team, and you have gained the wisdom on how to make amends. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to go about exercising it. Okay, if you can, any way you can, you go about making amends. Okay. Now I'd like to, just get down to the uh 5 C's, if you will. I mean, it's more in depth. There's actually like 7 pillars of accountability, but like I said, this is supposed to be a short live, and Spirit wanted me to, like, talk to the people who are in the energy of taking accountability, you know what I'm saying, for their actions, and Spirit just wants you to applaud yourself because it takes courage, it takes wisdom, you know, it takes so much just to be able to take accountability. You have done a great thing, and Spirit wants you to know it. Now, when I come to the second part, is because I want to set a foundation for what I'm going to close with regarding accountability for your actions. Because, sometimes our actions, they hurt other people. You know what I'm saying? And it depend on, how far out of line we went. It's going to be real hard to get that, car back on that friendship car, that family car, that love car, back on track, So let's go to the 5 C's of accountability: clarity, commitment, courage, common purpose, clear expectations, communication and alignment, coaching and collaboration, and consequences and results. Okay. So let's just go with that really, really quickly. You know what I'm saying? When I say when it's I when it says clarity, commitment, what I get from that is like, be clear on what was your part in the issue. You know what I'm saying? Be clear on that, and have commitment to own that, have commitment to own that, and be clear on what was your part and what transpired. Courage, common purpose, clear expectations. Okay, so when it says courage and the common purpose, right, it's talking about that courage to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about that courage to see your mistakes, okay, and your part and your responsibility in whatever, in whatever situation, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. It is required for you to have the courage to see it. You know what I'm saying? To face it, because some people don't want to face it because they just don't like, having the burden of like people like looking at them and blaming them and things of that nature. They just don't like the energy of it, so they'll shy away from it. It takes courage to just stand in it, like, look, yeah, I know I did it. In order for us to move forward, that's the common purpose. The common purpose is to move forward. I know in order for us to, like, take a step back to mending fences, I'm gonna have to, take accountability. I'm gonna have to have the courage to see that, what I'm saying, I was wrong. Because if the person can't see that they were wrong, there is really gonna be no accountability. Okay. And now we come to clear expectations, right? Clear expectations is like, all right, we're gonna go back to, you were wrong, right? And you've gotten the courage, you've owned it in your heart, you feel bad about it. So you took, you got the wisdom to know that you should, mend fences. You know what I'm saying? You should mend fences. And you go about doing that. You make a way for you to take accountability. Maybe you apologize to the person or whatsoever, but like they're still upset with you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have apologized and you are taking accountability, they are still upset with you. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how severe the the situation was, they may rightly so still be upset with you. However, know that you have done your part. We all make mistakes. Okay. We all uh do things that we're not so proud of. Okay. However, when you go to do you go and take accountability, okay, and you complete these 4 steps of accountability, that's all you can do. You have done your part. Now it is up to the other person, to accept or not accept your apology. I mean, they don't have to accept your apology, but know that you have done your part. You know what I'm saying? And that was a great thing towards healing for both of you, even though they may not accept your apology. Okay. Be not disheartened. Okay. There is still healing going on, even though it is not readily apparent. Okay. All right. Let's see what do we have here. Consequences and results. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like in relationships, sometimes like if a person cheats or whatever, they feel like if they say, okay, I'm sorry, and they do all the steps of accountability, that things should go back the way they were immediately. But that's just not the way it works. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that uh they the wounded party heals in their own time. You know, not just because you said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm not, I'm not going to do it again, or whatever the case may be. However, you seek to apologize or make amends. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have to understand that the other person may not be ready to share energy with you again. You know, they may still have their guards up just because of the situation. They may not welcome you with open arms after you apologize. And you must accept that. You can't get upset and be like, oh, I apologize. What more you want from me? This, that, the other. Okay. I'm not saying apologize 10,000 times. All I'm saying is once you apologize, I mean, and it's not just like, oh, I'm sorry. It's going through these steps. You see it, like, it's not just the courage to see it. You got to verbalize like, oh shit, yeah, I see where I went wrong. Like, so when you apologize, and it's not like, oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I realized that what I did hurt you. You understand? You have to acknowledge how it affected the other person. You know, and I really do apologize. And if there's anything I can do, because you need to, the person, you don't know what it's going to take to make amends with this person. You know, I feel like that is where the collaboration comes in. The coaching and collaboration is when you guys are having a conversation of how can I make this right, you know? And if you're committed to making it right, you have to respect what they feel is necessary to make it right. For married couples, it may be that the husband sleep in the guest room, or for friends, it may be that we just take a break for a while. We don't, we just don't hang out as much, because when things happen between people, it does change the nature of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst. Sometimes it completely dissolves the relationship. So we never know how something we do is going to affect the relationship. However, we can't just expect that just because we said we're sorry, that things are going to go back to normal. You know, it will change the nature of the relationships. Okay, so I just want you guys to be aware of that, you know, but uh like you may apologize, but you may not get the results that you want. You know, the result may be like they forgive you immediately and you guys go back to chumming it up or whatever the case may be. That may not be the result. And you have to uh respect that. Okay. You got to respect that, you know, and at the same time, commend yourself because even though you may have fucked up, you really did take accountability. And that's really all you can do, you know. So commend yourself. Okay. And I think that's all I want to say for now. Okay. So I want to thank you for being here when you can be anywhere else. The butterfly loves you. Namaste. I'm just gonna freaking click it because I'll be trying to wave out.